In 2025, we've seen so many interesting new LEGO Star Wars sets, as well as some that didn't quite meet expectations. Today though, I'm ranking the top 10 LEGO Star Wars minifigures of the year. In spot 10 is Ayla Secura, who came in a $160 Separatist MTT. This is actually her third minifigure, and considering how her previous one was 8 years ago, it's safe to say that she was long overdue for an updated version. It's great to see the return of her Twi'lek headdress piece, and there are some minor variations in printing. In spot 9 is the Hot Tub Stormtrooper, who came in the $1,000 UCS Death Star set. It feels like a fun homage to the numerous joke characters from LEGO Star Wars video games, particularly the Hot Tub Stormtrooper from the 2015 Force Awakens game. I like the detail of the Imperial logo and dual molded legs for the swim shorts. However, it is a shame that this figure is exclusive to such an expensive set. Not only that, but it also only includes one copy, so this figure currently is sitting at quite a high value, making it unattainable for many LEGO fans. At number 8 is the Clone Cadet. 3 copies of this figure were included in the Camino Training Facility May 4th promo. Despite this figure being exclusive to such a limited promotion, LEGO still went all out with sidearm printing and dual molded legs. This was a rather obscure and imaginative set idea, and marked the return of exclusive May 4th promo minifigures after a 3-year hiatus. At number 7 is Asajj Ventress from the V19 Torrent. It's been a decade since she last had a minifigure, and this is the first one to depict her classic purple costume from the Clone Wars TV show. There's some accurate printing across the torso, legs and face. It's so great to see how many Clone Wars themed sets that LEGO have put out this year, especially because the original style of Clone Wars faces wasn't to everyone's liking, so it's great to see modern updated figures like this one. In spot 6 are the 327th Clone Troopers from the Star Corps Battle Pack that released on August 1st. At $45, it's a pretty overpriced set, but nonetheless, I'm still impressed by these figures. The return of the plastic pauldron was a great choice on LEGO's behalf, and I like the helmet printing and detail printing across the torso and legs. There haven't been too many 327th Legion clones in LEGO before, so it was an interesting battle pack choice. At number 5 is another Clone Wars figure, the Padawan Ahsoka Tano from the $45 Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor. It's another poorly priced set, but the Ahsoka and Anakin are great minifigures. It's Ahsoka's first time using the mid-legs piece, and it works perfectly for an early season version of her character. The Togruta headdress has gold printing for her crown and chain, her reddish-brown torso and legs have further detailing, including her belt, and there are printed white lines on both expressions of her dual-sided head. Following the release of the Ahsoka TV show, we have seen a few figures of her over the past few years, but this is definitely one of my all-time favourites. In spot 4 is Gingerbread Darth Vader, an excellent holiday figure from the Gingerbread 8080. I love LEGO minifigures like this that just pick a fun theme and fully commit to it. First of all, it's amazing to see a medium nougat Darth Vader helmet, as it's a piece that's very rarely recoloured. Then there's the torso and legs, which supplement his iconic robe and belt detailings with a white icing design, which is also used to outline his fabric cape. In an ideal world, it would be so cool to see creative festive minifigures like this one in LEGO Star Wars advent calendars, instead of the increasingly repetitive holiday sweater figures. In spot 3 is the Jango Fett from the $300 UCS Firespray class Starship set. His Mandalorian helmet has great printing for the visor, and there's new head printing for his stubble, scars and forehead lines. As for his Mandalorian armour, there's a fantastic level of detail, particularly the silver plates across his torso, arms and legs. A similar version of this figure appeared in a smaller September set, however the exclusive arm printing will undoubtedly help this UCS version retain a level of value for the foreseeable future. Funnily enough, the figure at number 2 only came in a $15 set. Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter released in May and contained the best Plo Koon minifigure yet. The new dual moulded headpiece looks incredible and exhibits just how much LEGO's piece moulding technique has developed over the past 10 or so years. He has some cool Jedi robe printing, and I'm super pleased to see a minifigure of this quality be exclusive to an affordable microfighter. As for honourable mentions, there's Dendra Miro from the Rebel U-Wing Starfighter, who introduced an excellent new Imperial helmet and hair combo, Lama Su from Jango Fett's Starship, who has a phenomenally detailed Kaminoan head with an elongated neck, and the young Boba Fett figure that appeared in 2 sets. Before I discuss my favourite Star Wars figure of the year, please do consider subscribing and liking the video if you haven't already. It really does help the channel to grow. So finally at number 1 is the Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi from the $65 V19 Torrent that released on September 1st. Obi-Wan is my favourite Star Wars character, so I was incredibly pleased to see such a detailed minifigure depicting this iconic design. The addition of arm and leg printing makes this figure a drastic improvement on the original 2008 version, not to mention the new face print. This is a figure that I've always wanted LEGO to remake, but never expected them to, and I really couldn't have hoped for any better. So that's all for this ranking. Do you agree with my choices? Let me know your favourite LEGO Star Wars minifigures of the year in the comments below, and as always, thank you so much for watching, have a great day, bye!